Welcome to Masterminds of Maintenance, a podcast for those with new ideas in maintenance. I'm your host, Ryan. I'm the CEO and founder of Upkeep. Each week, I'll be meeting with a guest who's had an idea for how to shake things up in the maintenance and reliability industry. Sometimes the idea failed, sometimes it made their business more successful, and other times their idea revolutionized an entire industry. Today, I'm super excited. We've got Gary Rigdon on the show. Gary has over 42 years of experience working in the oil and gas upstream industry in various technical and management roles. Now, he's working as maintenance and reliability SME with all industries. He's a strong, passionate leader for helping organizations in their asset management journey to help improve equipment reliability and reduce maintenance costs. Welcome to the show, Gary. I'm super looking forward to our conversation today.
Well, thank you, Ryan, and I am super glad to be with you today, and I really appreciate you taking the time to just visit with me. I really love the inroads that the Upkeep team is doing and making in the maintenance and reliability field, and I've been kind of following you guys on LinkedIn. So you guys are doing some awesome things, and again, thanks for having me with you today.
Of course, Gary. I think this is going to be such an exciting opportunity to speak with you and learn from all of your experiences. So the way that I'd love to start this off is maybe you could just start off by sharing a little bit more about your background and how you got started in this field of maintenance and reliability.
Yeah, just over 42 years in industry. So I was actually an aviation electrician's mate in the U.S. Navy. So that was where I got my formal training. Perhaps you and maybe some of our listeners, if you've ever been down to Long Beach, California, where the Queen Mary is, what looked like condominiums are actually drilling rigs. So I just looking for a job out of the Navy, and he said, hey, they've got an opening. I applied for it and got it. I went to work on the PM crew, and then they had an opening for an electrician on one of the islands. So things worked out good. And so, I was able to move up, and Marshall Institute, who I am working with now, as a contract consultant. And then I spent some time in operations, actually supervising operators. So I guess my point here, Ryan, is through my background was getting to work in both maintenance and operations. And maintenance, we always call operations the dark side. And operations is calling us over in maintenance the dark side, because we're not working together, right? And we need to be. And really what maintenance and reliability is all about. We've got to work together to really, ensure the reliability of our equipment. After 42 plus years there, I was like, you know what, it was a good time to retire from the company, but I wasn't really ready to hang it up, so to speak. So I really began to look at how can I continue to help those in the industry. And so that kind of brings us into our present day. We've got to understand the value of why we need to have processes to get these developed, trained. We want consistency. We want people working together, and we all have to take ownership. And quite frankly, it was a new thing for the folks there on the oil islands and onshore as well. We're so used to doing things, just to survive.
Absolutely. I mean, what a positive story to share, Gary. Working in the industry for 42 years, saying you want to continue this educational content and take all of the experiences that you learned throughout the years and share it with others. Bring that into this consulting realm. I mean, what a positive story. I know that we talked briefly about the difference between maintenance and operations. I'd love to dig a little bit deeper into this topic. And so I guess from your standpoint, Gary, where do you see the major differences between maintenance and operations? And where do you see the biggest pitfalls that cause this misalignment between maintenance and operations?
But I don't care if you're producing oil and gas, if you're making widgets, making food products, it's all the same issues. And we've always got this, we're not working together. We're all working hard. and we come out, at the end of the day, we feel beat up. What did we get done today? But, we're all trying to do our best, but we're not working together. It's all about seeing others succeed and helping them. Ryan, you've probably heard this before, but in most organizations, in many organizations, maintenance is really the necessary evil. We're there to fix things when it breaks. And I mean, really, oftentimes, and it's just people not being educated to understand the value of doing proper maintenance. And so they try and minimize oftentimes those maintenance activities. And so, we don't have a fighting chance, but yet we're getting blamed when it breaks. So we have operations, they're just running the equipment. We're trying to keep stuff running. Not having that understanding of the value of proper maintenance and how that equates to improving the reliability of the equipment.
What are some practical steps that we can all take to bridge the gap between these two departments?
So what I like to say is we've got to have a shared philosophy on how we will operate and maintain our equipment.
So Gary, I'm curious, how would you, what are the goals that align the operations and maintenance departments?
So operations philosophy, okay? I always like to say they are the owners of that equipment. They're the ones operating it. They really are responsible. Now they've got to be trained. Okay, they have to understand their role, and they have to accept that responsibility. Hey, it's your equipment, guys. You're going to run. You're responsible for the continual good condition of the equipment. Okay, maintenance. We'll maintain it. We've got to agree, Ryan, on our philosophy of maintenance. What level do you want us to maintain it at? Like new? Fine. Let's set up our strategy for that. Or do we want it, measure it with plant operation strategy? Again, we've got to be working together.
It sounds like it's all about setting the right expectations.
The right expectations, yes, yes.
After being in the industry for the past 45 years, I'm curious, what's one thing you wish more people knew about the maintenance and reliability industry?
Maintenance can't do it on our own. So often, Ryan, organizations, companies, they're looking to maintenance to ensure the reliability of that equipment.
So it's not just a single department. This is an entire company. What's one of your favorite books to read and learn from?
Oh, Ryan, that's a great question. So I do love to read books. The first one is by Ramesh Gulati, is Maintenance and Reliability Best Practices. It's a well-known book. Dr. John Ross has just recently, in the last couple of years, he wrote last year a book called the Reliability Excellence Workbook. And it's a lot of the stuff that Gulati touches on in his book, but he brings it to life as far as how you implement this. The other one he just wrote, it just came out at the end of the year, Cover Your Assets. Cover your assets with $2 for the S's, by the way. Asset management at your pace, at your place, and at your pace. And I'm going through that one right now, but it's really all about asset reliability and a lot of the stuff we were talking about today.
I'll definitely have to check that book, those 3 books out, Gary. Thank you for all those recommendations.
You bet.
Gary, for all of our listeners, what are all the different ways they could connect with you and continue on learning about your journey in the asset management space that looks like it's not over yet?
No, sir. Yeah, we're just plugging away down that journey. Of course, I am on LinkedIn, and so people can find me on there. Gary Rigdon, Boat Guy Forever. So that's BOATGUI, the number 4, and then ever. EVER at gmail.com. You can tell I like boats. That's kind of my passion for off the job, but boatguyforever at gmail.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Gary, for joining us. And thank you to all of our listeners for tuning in to today's Masterminds in Maintenance. My name is Ryan Chan. I'm the CEO and founder of Upkeep. You can also connect with me. I'm very active on LinkedIn, or email me directly. It's ryan@onupkeep.com. Until next time.